Oh, oh, ah, 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 Krotoa-Eva suite, a Cape jazz poem in 3 movements. Movement 1, mouth bow. The woman speaks. My tears spill down the flank of Devil's Peak. My breath is the cloth that sets Horikwaho's table. I am the one who invites you to eat. I am the one who invites you to eat. I am the child of 2 gods. My heart is a Hollander, but my soul prays to Oitsiep. I am the one whose bones are strong enough to carry the weight of 2 skins. I am the one whose mouth is supple enough to hold the secrets of 3 tongues. If you meet me in the velds, know my feet have already returned to the fort. If you meet me inside those castle walls, know my heart has already returned to the dunes. No matter who I tell you I am, do not believe me. No matter who I tell you I am always only half of myself. Descendants Riff 1. Sê vir my Krotoa, as ek in Engels droom, is jy nog steeds my ma? My ma, is jy nog steeds my ma? Tell me Krotoa, if I dream in English, can I still call you mother? Call you mother? Can I still call you mother? Krotoa-Eva's Riff 1. Now, scrabbling hands scratch hard to return to my womb, clamber down the mess of roots to clasp each one in turn, running their fingers along knotted tubers and threads until they find the radical that tapers back, that tapers back, that tapers back to me. For the first mother, a litany. O mother of 2 skins, O mother of betrothal and betrayal, O mother of 2 sins, O mother of ash and animal fat, O mother praying to 2 gods, who did you pray to kneeling in the church? Who did you pray to kneeling at the cairn? O mother of lust and love, O mother bent by men's dreams, O mother of undiagnosed despair. O mother praying to 2 gods, did you remember to pray for us? O mother disowned by the people who birthed you, O mother unmothered. O mother disowned by the people who raised you, O mother of brokenness. Oh, mother disowned by the people you birthed. Oh, mother forgotten. Oh, mother, against your skin compassion never brushed. Oh, mother. Oh, mother. Oh, mother, praying to two gods. Did you remember to pray for yourself? Oh, mother of our lost wildness. Oh, mother, keeper of our buried voices, unearth them for us. Oh, mother of our smoldering rage, set fire to us. Oh, mother of our forgotten wounds, weep with us. Weep with us. A child is renamed. One. Work first, then eat. We were still watermen then, when the white man came ashore. Work first, then eat. I worked in the kitchen with the cook. The books will tell you I was only 6. Work first, then eat. Wet sand to scrub out the pots for a taste of sweetmeat on my tongue. Work first, then eat. Little Eva, he called me. Little Eva, naked body, naked mind. Work first, then eat. Wet sand to clean out the plates. Boiled felt fruits on my tongue. Work first, then eat. Wet sand to scrub in a new name. Sip of arak to wash away the old one. Work first, then eat. A bite of bread and cheese to soften my Kowina clicks. Work first, then eat. A sugar cube to slacken the jaw, enough to hold the white man's words. Work first, then eat. Sugar in my blood. There is sugar in my blood. My tongue is split in two. Descendants Chorus 1. Kom kyk hoe ons dans in die witman se huis. U wat ons geleer om te dans, om ordentlik te eet, om regop by die tafel te sit, ja, en ook om aan te sit. Kom nou, kom kyk hoe ons dans. Hop, kuma, hop, hop, jive, jive, hoppa, Mr. Whip, hoppa, dance, dance, hoppa, don't let 2 feet, hoppa, touch the ground, hoppa, or touch the whip, hoppa, or the whip, hoppa, we'll catch your skin, hoppa, we'll catch your skin, hoppa, we'll catch your skin, hoppa. Hulle het jou vel gevang, Krotoa. Toe verloor jy jouself en jou eie vel in. En kyk nou, hoe ons grypende hande vasklou aan jou moederskoot. Vasgevang nes jy, tussen vel en naam. A child is renamed. 2. Uncle, you carried me into the white man's house. You washed my face with the rain. I was shivering, so you took me to sit by his fire. You promised food. Uncle, why does the white man wear funny clothes? Sorry, Uncle. I know it's not funny, but I can't help. Sorry, Uncle. Yes, Uncle. Why is his hair so long, Uncle? And when he speaks, how come his tongue doesn't click? Why does he call me Little Eva? Can I have the sugar cubes, Uncle? I'm so hungry. Thank you, Meester. Uncle, must I stay here? Okay. Yes, Uncle. I'll do that. Uncle, you carried me into the white man's house for a pouch of tobacco for a tot of brandy. And now I wash and dress his children. I eat quietly at his table. I pray to his God. Eva's Riff 1. What grammage must a sheet of paper be to hold the weight of silence and all that is left unsaid? Ochumau kidnaps Eva and returns Krotoa to Udasua. Uncle stole the cattle while the Christians prayed. I cried all the way to the river, just like we practiced. At the cairn, I placed a stone on the pile and prayed. We return to Udasua. I rub ash and animal fat into my arms, onto my legs. My sister rubs oils into my hair. I count 24 new moons. Udasua tells me to count 24 new moons. I watch the sky change. Periwinkle, Asia, blue, sapphire, cobalt, indigo. I try to see where one color ends, where the next one begins. I count 24 new moons. Watch my changing shape of hip, waist, breast grow into thighs length and neck's reach. The women elders call me into their circle and bless me. When I have counted 12 new moons, Udasua calls me into his circle and tells me that the day after I count the last moon, I will clean the ash and the animal fat from my body and return to the fort. The morning after the 24th new moon, my sister helps me wash my arms, wash my legs. The women elders call me into their circle and bless me. Udasua calls me into his circle and blesses me. My sister calls me into her arms and blesses me. I wait until I have turned my back before I let the first tears fall. Descendants chorus 2. Put on the skin, take it off again. Put on the skin, take it off again, take it off again. Haal af, sit aan die vel, haal weer af, haal af. Sê vir my Krotoa, as ek in Engels droom, is jy nog steeds my ma. Tell me Krotoa, if I dream in English, can I still call you mother? Tell me Krotoa, if I dream in English, can I still call you mother? Sê vir my Krotoa, as ek in Engels droom, is jy nog steeds my ma, ons ma was, ons ma. Put on the shoes, take them off again, take them off again. Put on the shoes, take them off. I want to walk barefoot, I want to be barefoot. Sit jou skoene aan, nie, haal af, my voete juk vir die sand, my voete juk vir die sand, my feet itch for the sand. Krotoa-Eva's riff too. I wanted to break the cage of bone and flesh, smash it like wave on rock, until I could reach through to touch that other part of me where silence lives. Movement 2, Guma Symphony. Eva returns to the Van Riebeeck house. Your fingers probe my story from a distance. Write me with the voice of victim, of innocent, of naive little girl. Foster child, welcomed, you say, into the commander's house. When I shared a room with Lisbeth and Cornelia. Hear me now. I am the silent water burning in every woman of this land. I am the spent wave receding, emptying the shore, becoming ocean again. Beware my return. Eva meets Pieter van Haafgaard. A tenderness in his hands, how his fingers stroke foreheads ripe with fever, how he rests wounded limbs in his firm palm and wraps bandages to stem the bleeding. Both of us bound in these lives between sea and desire. A faraway look in his eyes, staring off into the distance, his gaze reaching into the future. Mine pierces the past. Nostalgia and yearning befriend each other when we hold hands. I catch him staring at me at the Van Riebeeck's dinner table. A question posed without saying a word. I turn away and later invite him to walk with me along the beach. I show him coves and shallow caves. We bury our silences there. A woman's voice is the fulcrum of war. 1. You are the white man's bitch, Krotoa. And you, uncle, you are a dried out karos hanging over selfish bones. Look at you. Greed scars your face and you have nothing to show for it. No cattle, no land, no power. You left me here. You left me here. You and Doman and Udasua left me here to sway my curves in the enemy's face. And now that I have power, you want to curse me. Look at you, useless old man, driving your words through my eyes like arrows. Go back to Batavia. Go back to England. Look at you twitching like a cricket for a sip of wine, you pathetic huddle of old bones. Get out of my sight. 2. Eva, don't add your own words. Just tell me what he said, just like I taught you. Meester, he insults me in your home. And you expect me to say nothing? You who watches your men watch me do nothing to protect me from their groping, prying hands. You who stands tall in the Lord's house on Sunday, swaying in a stench of your own importance, then plots to kill my people over Sunday lunch. You drive us off our land, steal our cattle, and with the same breath give praise to God. The blood is caked on your hands. You need my ears. You need my tongue for your dream of cattle power. So do not tell me how to speak. I will not be quiet in the face of men's insults. I will not swallow curses without a fight. You will not twist my names. I am warm, but shivering, and we stand like this for a moment. I still don't understand how eyes can be blue, but they peer into mine, peer into my fear. Eva, a murmur of a question. He drags out the E, almost singing my name, Krotoa. Hands cup, tongues probe. How can hair be so soft? Soft as down in my palm. Hands strip clothes. Hands strip skin of clothes. The sand is still with the memory of us. There is no stretch of this land that has not been witness to my story. Eva's riff too. I lie prostrate across your blank pages. Eva's riff too. I lie prostrate across your blank pages. How they hold me. How they remember the shape of my name. The one not uttered in this life. How they sing this name. How they sing this name back to me. Back to me, stirring in the silence of grass that still remembers how to breathe. I'm afraid, Giselle. The white man is too strong. The Koina are scattered and I am losing my hold over each side's trust in me. Honesty is heavier than these two skins. My bones grow soft and the words cut each time they sound against my teeth. I am weak, Giselle. There's so much blood running into the soil, staining the Kamisa streams and banks, seeping into my dreams. When will it end? Is it right that I marry this man who kills my people? How many more? How many more will die? I am tired of counting. I am so tired, Giselle. I can barely hold these prayers. Please hear me, Giselle. Please hear us. Please do not desert us. The woman teaches herself how to give birth. There are prayers only women know. Prayers we sing into the silences. Prayers we sing into our wombs. Prayers we sing over a newborn's soft head. Prayers we sing over our wounds. Prayers we sing into a newborn's mouth to teach her how to breathe. Prayers we sing into a young girl's lungs when time comes for her to grieve. Yes, these are prayers only women know, reaped from the moon at first bleed. Prayers never whispered, prayers only sung, and yet sown quiet as our need. Prayers learned by rote through each loss, after loss, after loss. Prayers the world wrote on and against us, and against us. And with these prayers that only women know, we offer breath loud enough to pull a child into life. Prayers stronger than the cord, prayers sharper than the knife. Prayers stronger than the cord, prayers sharper than the knife. Prayers stronger than the cord, prayers sharper than the knife. And with her first cry, we witness her first prayer sung back into the womb she has left to learn breath and death, to learn breath and death. Descendants Rif 1. Sê vir my Krotoa, as ek in Engels droom, is jy nog steeds my ma, is jy nog steeds my ma. Tell me Krotoa, if I dream in English, can I still call you mother, can I still call you mother? Krotoa-Eva's Rif 3. I am not the benign mother of your lost ancestry. I am the raised voice slicing through dead fynbos, orange and magenta tongues licking furious at the stems of your legs, lapping at all that dares to flatten them. I am the woman of rage and righteousness. Wrap your labels like bandages around my limbs, but I have no wounds. Plaster me with your ideologies to hide the truth of my dark skin. Make a ball with the smallest words and place it in my mouth to silence my hard clicks knocking against the truth of your violence. Metamorphoses 1. My head tilted over the font. Water runs cold down my forehead, a blessing to cleanse my soul. 2. His hand waves goodbye from the bow. Water laps soft against the hull, my body listing with loss. 3. Our hands are held open in prayer. Water drops free onto our rings, a blessing to bond our marriage. Outcast 1. Subat. That's what they say of me. That I carry favor, that I aim to please Meester van Riebeeck. Skryf maar, Douman. Skryf maar. Ja, write your damn stories, Douman. Write your twisted words. You two-faced trickster, cattle-thieving, baas-pleasing fool. Skryf, write, skryf. But I warn you, watch my words, watch my mouth. This is where the power lies. Two. Otromao is dying. Uncle is dying. Udasua does not call me. My sister does not call me. Ochumau is dying. Doman's words have reached Udasua. Uncle is dying. He does not call me. The women elders do not call me. I strip off the white man's clothes. I return to Udasua. Uchumau is dying. I rub sheep fat into my skin. I sit and wait. Udasua does not look at me. The women elders do not look at me. My sister does not come near. Uchumau is dying. Uncle is dying. But where is the home for my tears? Sugar in my blood. There is sugar in my blood. New skin against my skin. New tongue against my tongue. Who are my people now? Death, one. Ochumau, Ngai, Udasua. No one sung the prayer of grieving into my lungs. Where are the women's voices? Where are the women's breaths to push into me and teach me how to pull the tears from my limbs? I do not know how to pull the tears from my limbs. I cannot tell you where the bodies are buried. I cannot tell you where the bodies are at rest. Are they at rest? Ochumau, Ngai, Udasua, are you at rest? My dreams are empty of your voices. My days are filled with your faces. I am alone. I try to sing the prayer over my own wounds. I try to sing the prayer into my own lungs. I do not know how. How do I grieve without the land that birthed me to hold the weight of my tears? How do I grieve alone? Salt cannot become water without the heat of bodies pressed together in mourning. Two, Peter. My eyes catch a glimpse of the shore. A boat arrives from the mainland. The man walks slow to our door. My hand pulls our girl to my waist. The man holds his hat in his hand. His words draw tears down her face. On some other shore lies our grief, next to the body of a man. in whose name I once found peace. Eva's Riff 3. Who is at rest? How much blood can soil drink before it suffocates? Movement 3, the Electronica remix. Liquescent 1. My skin is an empty sheet of paper waiting for words to fall against it. Faint blue lines are listening for the mother's tongue, for the mother's tongue, for the mother's tongue. Splayed tongue, dumb tongue, twisted tongue, cut tongue, forked tongue, mute tongue. Mute tongue. A mute tongue licked letters across my newborn flesh. Invisible ink leaked deep. When breasts and hips pushed me into woman, and womb and milk pushed me into mother, and child and root pushed me into question, I carried my blank sheet back to the looking glass, trying to peer deep enough to read beneath my darkness. I turned on the light, but the filament burnt out. I lit a candle, but the wick burnt out. I struck a match, but the flame burnt out. I pressed the blank sheet of my face flat against the cold glass of Uncle's face, of Meester van Riebeek's face, of Pieter's face. But none could light a flame bright enough to backlight the answer to me lying in wait. So I pressed my tongue flat against the empty sheet of me and tried to sink my teeth deep enough to rip out the letters. But my teeth have forgotten how to tear. So I pressed my face flat against the cold glass of the bottle's face. Slide my tongue down into its neck and taste. Robben Island, 1. Deserted. Even the southeaster stays away now. But her curves rove and return to shore. Look how she conspires with moon to soften the appearance of her folds. No one speaks of her barrenness, her vast, unending nothingness, stealing men away to their dreams, luring them further and further until she seduces them across her hips, always trying to make herself fertile. Give me a fluid coaxing, and I will crash against his stone body. Give me a fluid coaxing, and I will crash against his stone body, lure him back into this once warm love. When his back is turned in sleep, I will sing a strangle of notes against the granite of his lungs, lapping, crashing and receding and crashing, lapping until he is shaped only by my will. But no, the hips. But no, the hips of her horizon held more sway. two, becoming liquid again. Slow slink of skin, stretch of tongue, soft against unreachable swath of skin, stretch of tongue, tonguing unreachable swaths of skin. Such sin against skin, thin and tongue fat and thick against skin, sinning tongue, stretching slow, sliding soft on silent swaths of skin and mouth, suckling secret nipples. Slow slink of skin, stretch of tongue, soft against unreachable swath of skin, stretch of tongue, tonguing unreachable swaths of skin. Such sin against skin, thin and tongue fat and thick against skin, sinning against skin, sinning tongue, stretching slow, sliding soft on silent swaths of skin and mouth, suckling secret nipples. Lust is the only room in the body to which men entrust their honesty. Slow stretch of tongue against the unreachable swath of skin, stretch of tongue, unreachable swaths of skin and sin against skin, thin and tongue fat and against skin, sinning tongue stretching, silent swaths of skin and mouth, suckling nipples. There are no homes to be found in the rooms made by men's arms and legs. Stretch of tongue against unreachable skin, stretch of tongue, tonguing. Sin against skin sinning tongues, silent, mouth suckling, nipples. The moon spits in my face, laughs at my desire to become liquid like her. 3, foresight. They say I am the reason the winds no longer blow. The Kowina say I am the reason the seasons stand still. The Dutch say I am the reason the ship stands still. Now I am Eva in my garden deserted. Now I am Krotoa wrapped in a karos of no warmth. Only Lindsey knows what is to come. My children will turn the silence of their backs to me. De Klerk, Kruger, Smuts will all deny the sweetness of my name in their blood. My two names live apart, yet reaching towards each other to find a meeting point. You bring your bloodlines to pass through this triangulation of loss, hoping to split them into new, darker reflections of you. Tell them vanilla is only as deep as. Tell them chocolate is only as deep as. Tell them brown is only as deep as. Tell them other colored. Tell them raw umber. Tell them mahogany is only as deep as. Tell them pecan is only as deep as. Tell them burnt sienna. Tell them Malay. Tell them Griqua is only as deep as. Tell them cedar is only as deep as. Tell them sepia. Tell them raw sienna. Tell them burnt umber. Tell them nutmeg is only as deep as. Tell them cinnamon is only as deep as. Tell them caramel, tell them Indian, tell them walnut, tell them honey, tell them Cape Coloured is only as deep as, tell them Cape Coloured is only as deep as, tell them vanilla, tell them vanilla, tell them vanilla. The woman's name is Krotoa. The woman's name is Eva. The woman's name is Krotoa-Eva. The father's name is Pieter. The child's name is Pieternella. She is not a boy. The children's names are Pieternella and Jacobus. The children's names are Pieternella and Jacobus and Solomon. The children's names are Pieternella and Jacobus and Solomon. The child died in infancy while the father was overseas. The child's name is Hieronymus, father unknown. The child's name was Hieronymus, buried on the island. The children's names are Pieternella, Jacobus, and Solomon, and not known, and not known, and not known. The children's names are Eva and not known. The descendants' names are Simon and not known. The descendants' names are de Klerk, Smuts, and Kruger, but they are not known. The descendants' names are not known. The descendants' names are not known. The descendants' names are not known. The descendants are not known. The descendants are not. The descendants are. The descendants. We cannot discern the seam between sea and sky. The horizon does not cut clean enough. We cannot discern the seam between west and east. The Cape Agulhas does not cut clean enough. We cannot discern the seam between page and skin. The settler's quill does not score clean enough. Right. This body is a house whose walls keep shifting, rooms rebuild and destroy themselves. I wake up to find myself washing last night's grey lace bra in the kitchen sink. My bed steals sleep from me. The wall disintegrates into 100 beds there. Wings break open from the peeling plaster. Their squawks follow me to the cocoon of the front door. The morning I first saw a silken thread weaving across its frame, I swiped it away like an oversized cobweb. I opened the door to leave. When I returned, I could not push it open with my bruised shoulder and hip. I climbed the wall until I was only a tumbling mess of bone and bone and bone and limb, bone and bone and bone and bone and limbs, bone and bone and limbs on the kitchen, bone and limbs on the kitchen floor. I went to repair the door, but no screwdriver could undo the woven mess. I wake up in the bathtub, immovable against the jab of taps water. Water drips against my forehead. I do not sing. Descendants riff too. We are all of us trying to wash the smell off us. Centuries later, we still smell it. The burning, the dried blood. We are all of us trying to wash the smell of us off us. Krotoa-Eva's riff to reprise. I wanted to break the cage of bone and flesh, smash it like wave on rock until I could reach through. Until I could reach through. Until I could reach through to touch the other part of me where silence lives. Krotoa-Eva dreams of Ochumao. I have come to fetch you, child. He is dead, but I see his face. Ek kom om jou te haal, my kind. Uitseep, onthou jou naam. I have come to fetch you, child. He is dead, but I touch his hand. I have come to fetch you. To fetch you, my child, to sing you home. I am ready, Ochumao. My children, remember to place a stone on the cairn for Haiti. The woman speaks, reprise. I keep dreaming. I keep choosing new words to hold on my tongue like sugar cubes. I close my mouth over them and suck at their sweetness. This is what the new tastes like. Sweet and enough.